Thanks to Petter's suspension and brakes, I've got, a naturally excited Mitchell Pearce from the Doveton Football Club. Your coach said you came from the ashes, you came from nowhere. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I think I wasn't here last year, but the boys didn't win a game of footy last year, and to come from zero pretty much and to go straight into the big dance today is amazing work by the boys.
Okay, before we go into the whole new league scenario and how it's benefited you guys, that game today, up until half time, I mean, it just poured rain. And in fact, it poured rain into that third quarter. That's the heaviest conditions I think I've seen in footy in a long, long time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, last week we got poured on as well at half time, but that's definitely the longest it's ever rained and I've ever played in before. So yeah, it was a tough game in the wet.
And what was it that inspired you to play so hungrily, if you like? Because they're a decent team, and you guys have had trouble with them in the past.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, they beat us 3 times this year. I think just our grit and determination. We're just a dirty side, and we just love that wet weather and in and under footy. And they're probably a bit cleaner, obviously, and they like it a bit drier.
Excuse me, buddy. Oh shit.
Yeah, I think just the wet weather and the gritty footy suited us better.
But you said you're a dirty team, but geez, you're clinical at times.
Yeah, definitely. And we like to use the ball as well as we can. And in the wet weather footy, it's all about being clean. And I think we were just the cleaner side off the deck, and that's what made us.
How much fun was that though, Mitch? Because it's like being a schoolboy. Wasn't it just to watch it, you're slipping and sliding around.
It's so much fun. It's easier when it's wet like that because you don't really care, and I suppose you can go straight into it, and it's just the wet weather suits us best, I think.
Well, Mitch, I don't know if you've heard the news. Monbulk won, so you could end up meeting them again. Of course, you beat them last time out. They have to now take on Pakenham to get through. How would you see that contest? You'd be licking your lips at that, wouldn't you?
I think, if Monbulk can get up, obviously after beating them twice last 2 times with me, it'd be better for us. But, in a grand final, anything can happen, but we'll just keep to ourselves and try and do the best we can.
So, Mitch, who played well today?
Definitely. I think Snowy as well, obviously in and under, but all of us, I think, it was a great team effort, and in that wet weather conditions, you need 22 to be solid. So it was good.
Look, it's a silly question, I know, but I got goosebumps just listening to the coach, listening to your song, listening to your supporters. How much does that win mean to you and the club?
I mean, I've never played in a grand final before, in playing since under 9s of footy, so it means the world to me, and it definitely means to this club. I know everything to them, and it's been about 15 years since I've been in a grand final, so we'll celebrate this one and hopefully stick to the plan and get the win in the grand final.
So I'm pretty sure, I'm confident in saying that Doveton are a big fan of the new league.
Oh, definitely. It's helped us immensely, as you can tell, and I think we've just probably made the most of it this year, and we deserve the win, so we're happy to get in there.
Good on you, Mitch. You've got a very famous rugby league namesake in Mitchell Pearce, so maybe you can become more famous than him. Well done, mate.
Hopefully. Cheers, mate. It's up.
Thanks to Petter's suspension and brakes. Mitchell Cotter is with me from the Doveton Football Club. I mean, you could be from the Richmond Football Club, the way you guys played today. Hard, tough at the ball. Well done.
Yeah, it's what we're all about. I mean, to come from nothing last year to not winning a game to seeing the club come back together and make it to where we are now, it's just unbelievable.
So you've been with them a while?
Yeah, I've been with them for a good 4 years, and I left and come back midway through this year, and they welcomed me back with open arms, and fucking look how good this is.
How can you put it in words what it means to you and the club? I mean, it's hard for me because, of course, I haven't been part of the footy club, but just coming in, hearing you sing the songs, seeing the emotions on all the players and the fans, they're so happy for you.
Oh, you honestly can't put it into words. Like you said, you're looking at everyone, like the old people come back to the club. They just look how much it means.
Who you call Noel, Mitch?
The old guys come back to the club and seeing how much it means to them, it's just fucking amazing.
And Mitchell, yourself, on a personal level, you obviously love that sort of footy?
Yeah, love the in and under stuff. It's kind of my brand of footy, but it was just good how everyone just put in together and went as hard as they could.
It was probably, I would say, and I was mentioning it earlier to one of the other boys, it's probably the worst conditions I've seen in a football game in a long, long time. For 3 quarters, it literally did not stop raining.
Yeah, exactly right. And I knew as soon as the rain was come, I just thought, belief in our boys, so we're just going to go lower and harder than them, and that's what we did today.
Now, Monbulk have won, so they will now take on Pakenham for the right to play you guys in a grand final. Gee, what I just said, Mitch, in a grand final. Does that still sound? How's that sound?
I can't believe it. To come from 0 wins last year to not getting a win at all to making the grand final is unbelievable.
And now you've got to refocus yourself. And as I said, Monbolt Pakenham next week, the winner plays you in the grand final. Does it make any difference who you play?
Nah, whoever comes, we'll be ready to play. We're going to recover this week and then we'll hit that track hard and we'll be ready to play. In the
So what do you do for the next couple of weeks, Mitch, other than knocking back a whole bunch of celebrity interviews to the grand final?
Just work and relax, get the body right and then hit the track hard and get ready for the grand final.
Do you work during the week?
Yeah, I will work.
What do you do?
Electrician.
Electrician, Sparky?
Yeah, Sparky.
Be very, very careful. Make sure you wear a whole bunch of rubber boots and rubber gloves this week. Next couple of weeks.
I'll make sure I tell them to rest up a bit.
Okay. Can you give me a prediction though? You obviously believe now. Well, you have to believe, don't you? You're in a grand final. You obviously believe now you can win. And how amazing would that be?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think we can beat every team like we proved today. I mean, we haven't beat them all year, and we come in today in a second semi-final and we knock them off. We can beat anyone.
Look, I don't think Monbolt, you would have been expected to beat Monbolt, although you had beaten them. But you know what I mean? I don't think you would have been in that final. And I think Pakenham probably thought they had you measure today after beating you, 2 or 3 times during the year. But you surprised everybody. So I think people should just get used to the fact that Doveton are the real deal.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly right.
Good on you, Mitch. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Get your game